With our friend Dave Hill, Cranesong and Dave Hill Designs, going to show us a little bit of little insight of all the products. So Dave.
Okay, hi.
How are you?
Oh, I'm actually tired, but I'm fine.
Yeah, we all are, I guess.
Yeah, it ends up going that way. Okay, so Spider, it's actually kind of like a mini console. But what it is it's 8 channels of discrete mic pre, very, very musical sounding. Stereo summing with a stereo A to D, so it has stereo digital out, but it also has direct 8-channel digital out. And each channel has a DSP tape emulation on it, peak limiter that you can turn on and off, low-cut filter, also has a amplifier, we call it FAT, and what it does is it puts tube-like distortion in the audio path, just to change the sound of it a little bit. So,
is it the same as on the AES?
No, Flamingo.
Flamingo. Okay.
It's really the same preamp. That's what is in Flamingo.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, but I was asking about the
no,
FAT.
It's not different than I.
Different thing than in
But okay. Same as Flamingo.
Flamingo.
Same as Flamingo. Now this is being used by guys doing classical stuff, even like New York Philharmonic. It's being used by guys doing jazz recordings. It's being used by guys doing rock and pop recordings.
Definitely.
So it's a sound that works for everything.
Excellent.
It's very musical.
That's cool.
Yeah, and Flamingo preamp was actually sort of the first mic preamp that we did, but we transplanted this preamp into Spider.
Excellent. I also heard from some of my clients using the Spider also as a summing amplifier on mix out.
Yeah, because you can go line in and use the stereo bus then for Fred Boucher doing his classical recordings. Records with Spider, then sums through this thing when he mixes.
Using FAT and tape as
well.
Yeah,
uses the tape.
Exactly.
Uses the tape for classical music.
Yeah.
It just gives you the right kind of thing with it.
Excellent.
See, and as far as the newest thing we have going, newest hardware thing is SYREN tube preamp 500 series, but it's with vacuum tube.
Okay.
And it's just, has low cut DI input. You can change the tube circuit so no negative feedback or with negative feedback, so you have different sounds. 3-position pad, phase, fan, and power. And you can do the normal mode would be output gain up, and that's your gain this way, or you can do overdrive sort of things to get more color with it.
Exactly.
Yeah, so it's designed to be a very flexible sort of device.
Fantastic.
Yeah, and it uses a standard 12AX7 tube, so it's not some weird...
Very easily replaceable. Excellent.
Yeah, and it's run with 5 volts on it. It's going to last a long time. Anyway.
Cool. What about the Falcon?
Falcon is another tube device, 500 series, also very vintage sounding like this. It sounds a bit like an LA2A, only you can have negative feedback or not negative feedback, so it's actually even a bit more colored, a bit warmer than even the LA2A, and a whole lot less money. It has a wet-dry control on it, output control, and also 3 positions for attack and release, meter switching, and you can switch the knee into a hard knee so it can work as a peak limiter.
As a peak limiter.
Also. And when you link them, and there's not a stereo pair here, but when you link them, what happens is the master link is bright, slave will be a dim light, wet, dry, and gain is separate, but it's one threshold.
One attack,
one feedback color switch.
Excellent.
And then a bypass, and for the stereo pair. But you can actually link them, and you could build a link cable and do surround with it.
On 7.1 or something.
Yeah, if you really wanted to do that.
Cool, fantastic.